Oh, there was another big change too.
Rika Hurray said that she wants to go to a pool in the summer.
But it is the summer, it's June. It's unusual for her to say she wants to do something. She wants to see the stars. She wants to go on a camping trip. She wants to look at the sunflowers. She freaking earned it, man. 100 years in the cycle of death. She wants to freaking see what's beyond the June of that year. She wants to do shit that she's never been able to do. Past that point, she wants to do everything. She wants to make the school into a haunted house, etc. There are so many things she wants to do over the summer break. Right, Rika Hurray for the first time is making plans for after June 1983. Because this is the first summer break she's going to experience after 100 years of repeating the same life. She'll now experience an all-new summer vacation. Who would stop her from getting excited about that? Rika Hurray is looking forward to waking up before Stoker to rip the page off the calendar at the end of June. Rika Hurray's infinite future has begun. There are infinite possibilities, yet she can only make one choice. But that's why it's a great world. Now, can you imagine if after all this she, dies in an accident, walks out in the middle of the road, gets run over by a car, some stupid shit. Like, all that, and she dies in an accident just a few days later. It'd just be like, I don't know if you've ever seen this Christmas episode of South Park with the woodland critter, whatever, and they're like Satan worshippers. But that's not the point. It's like everything in that episode gets resolved. It's basically Cartman telling a story to the rest of the class, a Christmas story, and then it's just like at the end, it's like, and everyone lived happily ever after, except for Kyle, who died of AIDS 2 weeks later. And then you just hear him going, "God damn it, Cartman!" And then it's Christmas time, the credits is played. It's hilarious. Let's talk for a moment about the people who fought with Rika Hurray. Mion Sonozaki has vowed to study hard so she can continue her education after the summer break. According to Keiichi, even that may not be enough time for her. However, how could the legendary club leader Mion Sonozaki fail an entrance exam? She'll more than likely find a way to get into the school she wants to go to. Hopefully it isn't an illegal one. Anyhow, she's looking forward to enjoying her final summer break, so she has tons of plans. I mean, the downside of that would be, they wouldn't be going to the same school anymore, but, they all still live in the same village, so yeah. Club members can't get away from Mion even during the summer. Once you're involved with her, she'll always find a way to get at you. No matter how much you want to be alone, you'll never go back to spending a boring summer by yourself. Keiichi Maibara has been asked by Mion and Shio-sensei to be their next class president. He was also asked to be the next club leader too, but he declined immediately. I mean, Mion's still gonna be sticking around. Keiichi likes the club because Mion runs it. He continues saying that it's Mion's club until she got mad. Keiichi can't understand why she's so angry. Well, Keiichi wouldn't be Keiichi if he wasn't dense. Wouldn't be like a male protagonist if he wasn't dense, so things are all lively around him again today. His good name continues to spread, even in Okinawa. Ren Ryugu is growing more energetic every day too. She just cloned herself. Stoker, Rika, and Hanyu spend every day in fear of being abducted by her. Still, she's been acting more mature lately. She takes care of her younger classmates, and she's almost like a mother figure to the class. She's like a mother to older club members too. Also, it's approaching an hour 59 minutes. After hearing that, Keiichi said that he'd be a follower for the class. So I'll stop the recording and then, start recording again, because I want to get through the rest of this, because, it'd be a bit odd to just end it right there, wouldn't it? It's just like, see you next time. So, yeah, moments. And we're back. Wait, did I say that too soon? And we're back. I don't know, maybe I started talking before the recording started there. Anyways, continuing on. As usual, Ren thought about that too much and blushed. Sudoku Hojo is as lively as ever. And then they show her looking kind of shy. She used up most of her traps on the mountain during the battle with the mountain dog, so she set up new ones for the next event. Rumor has it that some members of the Bloodhounds were so impressed with her trap techniques that they asked her for some lessons. I mean, you know, considering the mountain dogs got absolutely wrecked by her traps, I mean, I think even a professional would probably look at those traps and be like, damn, that's pretty impressive, especially for someone your age. There was supposed to be a training area near Mount Fuji, and they asked her to set up her traps there. That's not a very good idea. The sea of trees really will become a forest of no return. Either way, Sadako keeps saying she wants to fight against the Bloodhounds next. She's invincible. You know, it makes you wonder, it's just like, what occupation each character would have when they grow up. What would Satoko be best suited for, do you think? Also, she's become a great cook. That's because Hanyu has been teaching her. According to Hanyu, Satoko is a quick learner as compared to Rika. Satoko's dream is to master fried chicken, which is her brother's favorite, and welcome him home with it. Oh yeah, I remember in the third question arc, like, Keiichi, remember that? I mean, it was a long time ago at this point, but Keiichi was like, you can't cook, Satoko, that's bullshit, and then, like, he ends up kind of, like, taking on, like, an older brother role. He's just, like, realizes, just like, okay, Satoko can cook. It's like, okay, you win. I need to burn my damn house down trying to cook, and you saved me from that. It was nice, that arc, but then, you know, of course, like all the other arcs, it ends in tragedy, but yeah, Sadako has been shown to be able to cook, but not, like, as well as, say, Rena, I guess, and I'm not sure if Rika's cooking is really being brought up too much, but whatever. I'm the only one who knows this, but her dream may come true very soon. So is improving then. As for her brother, Hojo Satoshi has yet to return home. His condition is unchanged. Well then, if there's been any change, it's in Shion Sonozaki. She goes to the clinic on her days off. Nobody knows why she goes there, but she seems to be very happy, so nobody pays much attention to it. Also, I'm noticing from all this now, this kind of epilogue going on, is that the clinic didn't get shut down then. It was allowed to just continue on by the sounds of it. Mion has teased Shion by saying that maybe she's planning on getting implants, but Shion just smiles. I guess they didn't inform Mion about it. I guess they kind of keep it secret just between, you know, Irie and Shion, and Kasai and Akasaka. We're not exactly going to, you know, tell everyone about it. Also, for whatever reason, she's been visiting her relative's clothes shop and buying up all kinds of men's clothing. Lately, she even started buying more than just men's clothing, but why is she so excited when she visits the clinic with a maid outfit that's not in her size? Wait, what? Truth is shrouded in mystery! Maids is Irie's territory, so, maybe it's like, just to appease Irie, is like, here, I got you some more maid outfits. It's like, can I go see Satoshi now? Like, not like, just be like, have her dress up as a maid. No, Irie just wants the uniforms. Now I'm just picturing, what if Irie dressed up as a maid? I'd rather not have that mental image. I can whatever. The biggest change is probably that Shion babies Satoko nowadays. She tries to make Satoko call her Nini. Wait, no, not Nini, Nene, yeah. Which only annoys Satoko. It's a difference, man. Sister and brother, you know, they're obviously not the same words. And it's kind of shortened. Irie Kosuke has two jobs now. On one hand, he is a respected doctor, and on the other hand, he is an evangelist for maids. That explains why she's been bringing him loads of maid outfits, I guess. He's probably got a hell of a collection. The Irie clinic was supposed to be closed. The villagers pleaded with the authorities not to shut it down. While Irie isn't originally from the village, he and everyone else feels that he's one of the villagers now. He's an indispensable part of village life. That's nice. It's like, you'd think like after all that, you'd be like, nope, even Irie is just like, well, it showed that he had nothing to do with Darkness' plan, so he's free of guilt on that. But you'd think they'd, shut down the place and he would have to go wherever he lived previously. Conservative attitude towards Hinamizawa syndrome is gone, and now it is being researched very proactively. Syndrome is being researched so passionately that hopefully in the near future all the victims of the disease will be freed for good. So now that he's got full reign on it, he's not going to focus on the shit that Starkner was focused on. He's looking for the cure. Also later on, Area will publish an advanced article about the influence of the brain on human behavior, which will surprise people in the medical world. I won't go into the details here, but I'll talk about how one should hate the sins instead of the sinner. The deceased Tefumi Takano and Miya Takano's names will be mentioned in that article. So, even though Takano didn't get her, wish in the end, it at least kind of be acknowledged. Sure, Tomitaka still visits Hinamizawa every season. He's still known as the fighting traveling photographer, and he continues to walk around the village looking for good picture shots. However, he isn't seen in the village as much as before. His bicycle is always parked around the back of the clinic, so maybe he spends a lot of time there. Some villagers say maybe he's sick and being treated, but his bright smile proves they are wrong. Takano hasn't been seen since that day. Nobody knows where she has gone, but obviously Tomitaka isn't worried, so she must be doing fine. She's 6 feet under, man. She's dead. She'll probably show up one day out of nowhere and start telling ghost stories as she has some kids. As for Mamoru Akasaka, what happened to him was pretty funny. His wife and daughter followed him in secret. They pretended to run into him at the festival. Rika called him Papa, so things grew complicated all of a sudden. Why is she in that outfit? No, seriously, why is she in that outfit? If it's during the festival, wouldn't she be wearing her shrine maiden outfit or her casual clothes? Or were they playing games and it's like, okay, Rika, you change into this because you lost that game, that's the punishment, but then, it'd be like, go behind the bush and you change into that. What the hell? Akasaka's wife smiled, but she choked his neck with her braided hair. Her arms were folded, but her braid moved like a tail. Squeeze! She tortured a man who destroyed a special forces unit without even using a weapon. Rika continued to tease him, making the situation even worse. However, Akasaka's family liked Hinamizawa, and they said they wanted to come back. Akasaka's daughter and Rika grew so close that they seemed like sisters. Was there... she gave birth, right? So she has a daughter. Like Akasaka's wife, because, him calling her in time saved her life, so she lives and gives birth. So I guess, their daughter ends up being friends with Rika, so that's nice. We don't get to see her, though, because, we're not gonna make a character portrait for a character that only appears in the end. It's funny, Oishi didn't really come into play at all after, stopping that one arsehole from, confirming that it was all a ruse to, distract them while Tomitaka got in touch with Tokyo. While he didn't play much role other than that, it, bought them enough time to, make things as worse as possible for the Mountain Dogs up until the very end. Greta Oishi has gotten back into play Mahjong. So, is his pension just fine still? For whatever reason, Akane Sonozaki has joined his table too. There's rumors a riot squad almost got dispatched to Mahjong Parlor one time. Oh god, what did they get up to now? His colleagues say Oishi has calmed down quite a bit. It's probably because he has reached closure within himself. But his colleagues know nothing about that. I guess he's finally been filled in on what actually happened to the old man. He probably already knew when, he kind of implied that, it was explainable and it wasn't what he thought it was. So So that's nice. It's like he's had this grudge against the Sonozaki family this whole time, but now he's kind of like he's made peace with himself. He even hangs out with Akane every now and then. He's planning to move to Hokkaido when he retires, but he wants to come back every summer. His bright second life is waiting for him. Everyone gets a happy ending, except maybe Takano. Although maybe we'll get information on what happened to her as well. Tatsuyoshi Kasai hasn't changed much compared to the others. To some people this was a life-changing event, but for Kasai, it was just a Tuesday. It was just another episode added to his tales of heroics. Going to Kasai, this instance was just a little bigger than usual. If this was just a little unusual, then why in the world would he be needed to impress him? Shion insists that he will tell her, but Katsuyoshi tells her that that's a secret. Also, he regrets exposing that part of his past. Shion keeps begging him to tell her all about it, but he simply ignores her. He's too much of a badass. You could say the same about Agasaka, really. It's just like, sure, the same as Kasai. He's gone through some crazy times in his line of work. So this one's kind of like that in a way, but it's just like it was more of a personal thing for him. Because, he wanted to save Rika, as opposed to just doing his job. Let me talk about myself too. Hi, Hanyu, I'm doing great in my new life as Hanyu Furide. Okay, so this is all from Hanyu's perspective then. I'm finally getting better at playing games, and now I'm taking the role of the club's dark horse, a position formerly reserved for Keiichi Maibara. In other words, you're the one that's looks like you're gonna win, gets really good at the end, and then loses. I have a bad habit of believing everything I hear, so me and the Nillas always tell me some strange things. Thanks to that, I'm getting tougher to put it in a good way, shrewd to put it in a bad way, but then I need to, otherwise I wouldn't survive in this club. I'm going to continue to learn a lot of stuff through these club activities so I can live in this human world. Sunday, June 19th, 1983. Was it the 18th that was the day that she always dies? Or was it a different day? Night falls on my longest day of the past 1,000 years. The club members are having a blast. So we kind of get a look into the future, and then we go back to the present. What the hell's going on here? A lot of people are here. The stall vendors are still doing business. Wait. Hold up, back up. You did say that, right? In 1983, yeah, it's still the same year. I was wondering, maybe it's the next year. But no. Speakers are blaring rough yet exciting festival music. I've known all of these, but how wonderful it is to actually feel and hear them in person. I thought I knew because I've been following and watching them. But that was completely different. I knew of it, but this is the first time I've actually experienced it. Yakisoba. Okay, that's a yakisoba all right here. I'm not sure what is in yakisoba. It's not the one with octopus in, is it? I think that's a different one. I'm not sure. Now, well, we haven't had a word of the day, but this is gonna be it'd be the final word of the day for this Let's Play. That'd be a weird one to have, but I don't even know what... No, I might as well try to get a word of the day. I don't know what the word of the day would be for this. Let's see. Okay, looking at this, yaki apparently means cooked by grilling or roasting. So it's the soba that's being grilled or roasted. So what is soba then? Or soba, whatever. Just enjoy the ambience with the festival. Traditional music kind of going on there. Soba is buckwheat noodles. Okay, so it's grilled noodles, more or less, then. Okay, but that's not gonna be the word of the day. It's just now you know what it actually is. Wait, what? This is like we had a takoyaki eating contest at the yakisoba stall. You know what? Let's actually try to translate these. So, we know now that yaki basically means grilled. It was grilled, and what was it said like different word as well, isn't it? Grilled or roasted, yeah. So, what is yaki? Wait, no, not yaki. Takoyaki. I mean, I kind of know what it is, isn't it? That kind of thing that's shaped like a fish. Wasn't Ayu from Canada obsessed with those? I think it's like some kind of sweets-based thing. Well, I'm not going to find it in here. That's... Oh, wait, no. Never mind. I was looking at a different one. Maybe I will find it in here. Will I? It's like, you know, I have another word of the day. I mean, it kind of fits. Valley. Tani. I mean, they're kind of in a valley, aren't they? But it's not the real word of the day. I'm just looking for... where is it now? It should be somewhere around here. Or is it... Strangely enough, it's not. There's no taco. So, maybe if I... It's like some sweet bean or something, I don't know. It's like, get on with the epilogue, would you? But it's like... I think sweets would just pretty much be... Yeah, that's a different one. So instead, I guess I'll look for a proper word of the day. You know what, let's have, let's try, I mean, I've already given 3 words of the day, but let's try to give 2 instead. 2 words of the day, even though it's technically already gone past that. The first one, Saigono. Did I do that right? Saigono, yeah. Final. Because this is the final of the story. But, what kind of final is it? The story, the conclusion, what kind of end is it? You know what, actually, let's look for end as well. That's more of a fitting one. And the final part. Owari. That's a bit of an odd one. Owari. The final part. But we've also got where is it? Should surely be in here. Shiawasena. Happy. Content. Shiawasena. The na is kind of in parentheses. Wait, is it parentheses? No, now is in parentheses, is it? I think it is. It's just like... whatever. So, that's just kind of added on at the end for context, I guess. But yeah, that's the word of the day. The final word of the day for this Let's Play. You know, if I do end up doing... like playing the Human Echo series, maybe I'll keep that as a thing, just like have a word of the day. Just like go through every word in the dictionary. Unlikely, because there's a lot of words in there. Anyways, back to the plot. We had a takoyaki eating contest. There was no octopus in it, but it was still very tasty. So there is octopus. Oh wait. Oh, it just hit me. Not just my hands, you know, face palming. But now remember, taco, yeah, that means octopus. Yeah, man, I can't believe I forgot that. So I guess that would be grilled or roasted octopus, is what takoyaki is. Oh, wait, I was thinking of taiyaki. Oh, I got them mixed up. Dumbass, that's the one with the bean paste stuff or whatever in the shape of a fish. Takoyaki is grilled octopus, okay. With no octopus in it? That's preposterous. You know what? I can't remember if it was in this series or a different series where a similar thing came up where it's like, there's not even any octopus in it, so how can you call this takoyaki? I don't know. It might have been Karano Shoujo 2? Or maybe the first one in its series, Katagra. Was it called Katagra? I can't remember. There was like a takoyaki vendor in that series as well, which are also visual novels. We had a shaved ice eating contest. I would have enjoyed the shaved ice if I had eaten it more slowly. This is a long record session. And I mean, counting the fact that when started, after I started the record session, I'd recorded 2 parts for Digimon World Next Door, so that's just a lot of recording. So much editing is gonna be just like ridiculous. I bought a candied apple for the first time. If you want apple for word of the day as well, it's Ringo. Don't even buy dictionary for that, because I already know that one. Everyone took a bite from it. It was tasty, and it was fun. We played a shooting game. I didn't know how difficult it would be to shoot at targets, but it was fun too. Also, we played a shady lottery game. It was one of those things where you pulled a string and got a prize. Nobody got a good prize. We all complained about it to the vendor. That too was just so much fun. Complaining is so much fun. There was time for the dedication dance. It's like you can't do it in the waitress outfit, Rika. You gotta go back to your shrine maiden outfit. Of course, we got there early. So we commandeered the best seats. I snuck out and stood where I was told to. I could see better than the other club members. This was the spot where the object of worship sat. This was where I was supposed to be during the ritual dance. Then this is where I was, where I thought I had to be. But seeing the dance from that spot wasn't fun. Therefore I returned to where I was, and sat with everyone else. They saved me a spot. Everyone rubbed my head while asking me where I went. I apologized by saying, ow, 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 ow. That made me very happy. I watched the performance in the crowd of people. It was the best dance I've witnessed in the past 1,000 years. Probably because Rika's actually, happy this time. She's not just phoning it in. I couldn't keep either my happiness or my tears from rolling out. After the dance was over, a handful of cotton was passed around to all the villagers. We let the cotton absorb all the filth and sins of the past year and washed it down the stream. Cotton is cotton. Obviously, it's not human. You know what? I gotta see what cotton looks like in Japanese. I'm pretty sure I've done that before. But it's water, right? I mean, it's conjugated here, but I'm pretty sure it's water, right? So that's what cotton is in Japanese. I mean, that's where it gets style from, watanagashi. The Cotton Drifting Festival. We use cotton instead of a human so that nobody is sad. Or mortified. In other words, this is the way to purify sins without making anyone suffer. Except those poor beds. Well, the mattresses at least.
Yeah, this is for you, Handy-chan. Do you know how to do it?
She's like, know how to do it? Hey, I invented this. My entrails flowed down that river one time and they're like, what?
Yes, I do. I go like this and drift down the stream, right? Ow, ow, ow.
The girl who gave me the cotton took the letter E. I mean, it'd say I, but, you know, it's Japanese, so it'd be pronounced E. That is assuming that is actually what it is there. From a name during last year's watanagashi festival and washed it down the stream. Well, just watanagashi. By doing so, she was freed from her suffering and began a new life. We drifted our sins down the stream. It's not the same as pushing our sins onto the cotton. Instead, we wash away our own sins and forgive ourselves. We forgive each other, we help each other, and that's how we create our own story. You know? Completely unrelated, but that saying, wash away our sins. There was a song that I learnt years ago from a guitar teacher. I can't remember how to play it. It's Billy Clyro Bubbles has there's like, wash away your sins, wash away your sins, wash away your sins, and go, and then you like, I think that's where the outro comes in, where it's like an odd time signature. It's a pretty nice little song. We forgive each other, we help each other, and that's how we create our own story. I put my cotton in the stream gently. The cotton went down the stream, into the world where sins are cleansed. I let my bare feet soak in the clear stream, as I watched the long, long line of cotton flowing down the stream in the dark, surrounded by people sending their cotton flowing down the wondrous stream. You know, it does feel awkward now that I think about it. That, like, there's probably a good 5 to 10 minutes in between that epilogue where it's just like, okay, just get the words of the day. Should wait until after the story's conclusion, really. This is a complete world where all the fragments were put together. But, you know, I saw that sign, and I was like, oh, okay, let's translate it. This is an ideal world. What else is there? What else do you need? You got a happy ending, now fuck off, and you Friday. Still want some more? You still want more? Because we can be even happier than this. We can be happier if we wish to be. Not a long time from now, but in the near future. Not a long time from here. Then when is it? I told you, it's in the near future. Anyone getting Planet vibes from this music? It's like, you know, during the, that other world kind of section with the girl and the robots, kind of getting that vibe from it. Hell, even the dialogue here, the text. Then when is it? I told you it's in the near future. We will be happy then too. See? In Higurashi when they cry Kai. Brought to you by 7th Expansion. Welcome to Hinamizawa, bitch. When they cry. But wait! Everyone is entitled to happiness. The difficult part is accepting that. Everyone is entitled to happiness. The difficult part is fulfilling that. I too am entitled to happiness. The difficult part is working out a compromise. Rika Burns School. Because from now on, I'm going to live a much, much happier life. I'm not going to compromise with just this. We'll retrieve all the happiness that we missed. 100 years worth for me, 1,000 years worth for you. And we have a little song. We're gonna get credits rolling up anytime soon. Is this Rika singing? I'm just gonna assume this like, I mean, there was no voice acting here, but let's just assume this is Rika singing. Report on the complete of the Erie Institute proposal. Rika on the complete of the Erie Institute background. I don't think I could read any of this fast enough. So I'd suggest pausing, you know. Okay. So here's left in position, yeah. When she goes something to move, she will land out. Okay, so. Man, I hate that it's scrolling because I can't read it all in time. I'm kind of like, it takes me a while to like I like occasionally have to read it. Is it certainly if I may obtain your approval, I will. And that was signed Nomura. I didn't get to read that. I'll certainly pay attention to it while editing, at the very least. Because there I can pause it. And you got small text going on here as well. It's like, yeah, you expect me to read that? Looking at it, that's also in Japanese. It's just in Romanji instead. It's like we didn't want to translate the credits. I mean, have you seen how long this arc has been? We ain't translated any more than we needed to there. It's just like all that's in Japanese, but then sound novel. That's weird as well. It's like Suebashi, and then it's just Shin. What? Is this the... I mean, I think one of the other arcs, or one or two of the other arcs had a proper credit sequence. But this is like a, you know, a proper... This is the final one. This is the real deal here. Here's like a full-on proper credit sequence. Music and arranged by this person. Nice music. Seventh storming party? Just like, oh, we had to have a party after that. It's like, finally we did it, guys. We completed the series. Yeah. Now let's make a few spin-offs and call it a day. And it's like, oh, rather, let's move on to the next series. Is it just gotta go on, or do I have to press a button? Well, a key. So am I just gonna sit here awkwardly? I think that pretty much just means I gotta press enter, right? But I have a guitar. Let's jam.
We're in C minor, E flat major for this song today. I don't know what the chords are though, but that's the key it's in. Okay, I'm going to press enter now. Or select, click on it. There we go. Lovely. Scenario jump mode has been unlocked. Game features the scenario jump mode. You may replay any scenario you have unlocked from the start menu on the main dial screen. That was a nice jam session there. Tips reading room has been unlocked. You can now read the tips you've gained thus far. To read them, select extras on the title menu, then quickly read all tips option. There were no tips though. Maybe they're only unlocked after completing it for whatever reason. Staff room has been unlocked. This is a thank you message for pushing the game. Go to select extra on the title menu and pick the staff room option. Will do. Oh, the forbidden treasure, Onigari no Riro. Is there the only tip in the game? Well, novel. Achievement unlocked, and so the shining future.